Hello, Zelda Speedruns. Welcome to yet another Ocarina of Time Randomizer Season 6 race. This is What the Hell's Happened versus Yoyocarina in Winner's Bracket Round 3. On commentary today, we have Hagmania and Chuckles501, and they will start us off with some stats.
Hey, bro.
Yo! Hey, what's up, Chuckles? How you doing?
Hey, Hag. Looking forward to this one. Get ready, chat. Let's get hyped for some more Season 6 Zooter.
Yeah, what more can you ask for? Round 3 of Winner's Bracket here. Season 6, Ooter Action, Standard Tournament, Winner's Bracket, number 1 versus number 17. What the hell's happened versus Yoyocarina? Let's get it going. It's, man, just a stacked race here, Chuckles.
Yeah, so we don't need to say anything about what the hell's happened. You know, Season 1, second place. Season 2, second place. Season 3, fourth place. Season 4, first place. Season 5, second place. Oh, I think it was second place. I can't remember now. But he's been around the block. He's been playing for absolute years. But Yoyocarina, I don't think these two have ever been head-to-head in an actual kind of majors match. But Yo-Yo's been on the grind. If I do not wake up from a ping from Yoyocarina asking for a race at 7:30 in the morning, then I am worried for where he is because he is pinging that standard all over the clock.
Let's just remind our viewers at home how we got here. What the hell's taking down the 64 seed Zeno and then the 33 seed Rafa to get here to Winners Bracket Round 3. Yoyocarina taking down 48 seed Kawari and then 16 seed E. Cola. So a couple of feathers in the cap there for Yoyocarina and hoping to take down What the Hell's here in Round 3.
Yeah, that was definitely a big scalp in E. Cola in round 2 and hoping to take down what a lot of people are suggesting is going to be the suspected winner of the tournament, the 1 seed, and What the Hell's happened. So, I mean, What the Hell's had a match against Rafa that was interesting. It could have gone either way. But, you know, we've seen it time and time again that all these races are so close, and hopefully we'll see another close one.
Yep, speaking of that, now we have our starting layout here. We're going to have an adult start, and that song would be, is that Prelude?
Yeah, Prelude, adult start, Prelude. So, I don't know what. I think Yo-Yo plays on emulator and What the Hell's plays on VC. So, immediate VC advantage for What the Hell's, not needing to save quit out of CAC probably. And we'll just be playing Prelude. So, saving those important seconds on the save quit.
All right, we're about to drop here at the Temple of Time, and here we are. We're off. Season 6, Winners Bracket, Round 3, number 1 versus number 17. What the hell's Yoyocarina? We are out of the Temple of Time and going to see our first 4 hints.
Okay, Forest Temple King Dodongo. Oh, wow. Okay, this is too quick. Big Goron's dead. So,
Path to Goma.
Was that Forest Temple, Path to Goma? And oh my god.
It was Forest to Dodongo. So bombs behind at least a hook shot. Pack to Goma.
I haven't played this game for a week and I've forgotten how to read hints.
Wake up, Chuckles. Wake up. We're here. We're here. I think that was 30 dead and bigger on dead. Yeah.
Okay, so a couple of skull hints, but you know, we need that big 50 hint before kind of deciding what we're going to do with those sculpture collection. And we've got a double Cack Stark. What a shocker.
Yeah, no real surprises here. Especially with that hint at Temple of Time, you're expecting an early hook shot, I'd say. Yeah, El should be locked behind bombs for a long time.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, hopefully we can find a hook early to put ourselves into the Forest Temple, but Cack's going to give us something as well, so maybe this Cack to Goma is just a bomb bag, or it could be quite simple and just be a Kakiri sword.
Sure. There's 50 dead.
Well, there we go. So now we know 30's dead, now we know that 50's dead. We know that Cack is path, so you're going to kind of want to try and get to that 20 as quickly as possible, really, especially if you don't find anything in this early child section. Yeah, heading into the windmill by about half a second.
Yeah, the sync is real. Windmill song is Ooh, Zelda's Lullaby.
Well, we know that's not the way of the hero because Zelda's Lullaby cannot be hinted with hero or path in these settings. So the Cactagoma is not the song.
All right, checking out Anju and the Cow Cage. And Deku Shield on Anju. Nothing there.
Yeah, the song's going to give us an immediate next song as well in the graveyard. And this is absolutely nothing in the first part of Adult Cac. So Cactagoma still unresolved.
Pretty sparse start.
Yeah, we'll see both these runners clear up these songs, clear up these items. I wonder what song we're going to get from the graveyard. I mean, we could find something like Minuet would be really nice for Rootin because that could get us the adult CAC song, adult SFM song, I should say. Bolero will get us another song. Requiem could be quite nice. But there's a potential for a lot of crud in like Song of Time and Sun Song and things like that. Opponents is not going to really help in this section because we're not going to GTG this early.
My only thought here is, oh no, you can just void out of Dump Erase. So yeah, you'd always go Dump Erase first and then grab the song second.
Yeah, especially because if you're not going to pick up anything interesting in the song area, you'll just play Prelude out of there, so it saves you traipsing back. Sometimes it is more viable to get the song first and then go this way, depending on the routing that you're going to take. And
playing pretty nice.
Yeah,
well,
I was going to say.
As I say that.
And Yo-Yo's actually the one that's on emulator, and you would probably expect the emulator player to be a little bit behind at this regard because it's more kind of transitions. But there's a bow. Okay. So one of those items that is probably not going to be path, if we could get a path for Phantom Ganon potentially, if that's one of our medallions.
Yeah, we can take that bow now to adult shooting, so one more potential for path, Kakariko Village.
Yeah, both runners going straight to the archery check before checking the song here.
Yeah, anything to avoid walking back out of that composer's grave.
Yeah, it's going to take, I think, the quick judgment on, is it quicker to walk there and back, or walk out of the composer's grave and then back to the archery? It's kind of interesting. If you pick up a bomb bag here, you're going to have to pick up the song, and then you're going to want to go to DC, so... Well, it's dead anyway. Oh, and Yo-Yo's just going to say no. Maybe just going to pick it up as child.
Interesting. I guess thinking that they'll just couple that with Torch's check.
Yeah, that's an interesting decision. The song, maybe he's deduced that this song isn't as important for the child section.
Okay, so we saw a pedestal check, and our first three medallions were all child dungeons. So that
was nice.
Yeah, Deku Jabu, and Dodongo's Cavern, all medallion dungeons there. The other two I missed. I saw Shadow as one of them.
Yeah, we've got Shadow and Forest.
Okay, Forest.
The other one. So we've got Fire, Water, and Spirit being our stones, which is kind of... That's an interesting layout. We've got Forest and Shadow, the big linear dungeons being medallions, which is nice. But Fire and Water being stones. We love Waterstone here on ZSR.
No one loves Firestone.
Yeah, there will be something on Pierre later on in the game. we might as well just accept that fact now.
All right, what is the song here in the composer's grave? Serenade.
Yeah, not the most interesting song that potentially could be used in a child route. Maybe a bit of Valley Lake kind of play. Able to take the owl to get to Lon Lon Ranch. But yeah, not the most exciting. I think Yo might be happy for not getting that as we find a hook shot on child shooting.
That's a hook. All right. So that'll likely lead us to our bomb bag in the Forest Temple here eventually. But we're gonna go collect some songs and perhaps pick up a couple other items before going back to adult.
Yeah, hookshot. So with the hookshot on the bow, that gives us a significant amount of checks that we can do in Forest now. We can do pretty much the whole starting bit, the courtyard. And without the hover boots, we can't get to the next section. But yeah, there's a significant amount of checks in Path Forest that we can do now. I think the difficulty is that actually it's just very difficult as adult to get to SFM at the moment. So you probably want to do these songs, collect the child songs, see if you pick up Minuet.
What the hell's playing a little bit of defense here, grabbing the Keaton mask.
Yeah, you always collect the Keaton mask because it's a time save over presenting the letter on the dodgy GameCube D-pad. So
Fair enough, fair enough.
Even if Schoolmaster's hinted dead, you pick it up. It's a time save.
All right, so yeah, you're likely just to see our child warp, child save and quit here out of Wanlon Ranch. I'm wondering how much difference a warp song would make that decision. Typically, the standard play is to warp first and then, to save and quit first and then do the warp, but
yeah, I almost think in all situations, especially with Yo-Yo being on emulator, will be to save quit. Even if you do pick up a warp song like Minuet, you just do the save warp now because it's a free warp for you. And if it's somewhere fun like I don't know, CAC, could be somewhere interesting like Goron City, and that knowledge is just really powerful. And then you just play the warp song, but it's Nocturne.
All right, Nocturne. We're gonna need that, and
yeah.
Pretty handy for Yo-Yo as well when they go to get Serenade out of the composer's grave.
Absolutely, yeah. So they may try and link that in with Dampe as well, and try and hit Dampe time in some way, shape, or form, and then we'll go into get some schools, push that 10, 20 for the CAC path as well. Yeah, we've definitely been checking the stones. We do have some knowledge. We know Forest is path to KD and CAC is path to Goma. We know 30 and 50 are dead and Big Goron are dead at the moment. Okay.
Ooh. So Minuet on ice. So we're not getting out to Sacred Forest Meadow anyway easily.
Wow, we're hiking. Hikers in chat to SFM, it seems. Yeah, not warping anytime soon.
This would be a Bolero.
Yeah, Yo-Yo decided to play Nocturne straight away, so didn't check the warp, safe warp.
I guess the thought being that well, you've got Zelda, so I guess the song that you get out of here wouldn't really affect your child spawn. Anyway, interesting.
Yeah, you may decide to save quit out of here.
Yeah, but I believe they're going to head back out and probably do chickens with the potential Kiri sword en route to their way to the Deku Tree.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see Yo-Yo's mindset going into this and whether Yo-Yo is just going to play their normal game. You know, they're the 16th seed or the 17th seed in the end of the day. You know, they're a good runner. They've had some really strong performances in the league as of late. So it'd be interesting to are they just going to not do chickens or play a little bit differently? It'd be fun to see the routine that Yo-Yo decides to take.
Okay, well that's a quick skull mask completion if we need it. It's the happy mask shot.
Yeah, and actually, that's actually really exciting because you could get Bunny Hood really quickly if you wanted it. We've got Nocturne, and we've got a save spawn right into the mask shop.
bunnyhood strats in this matchup. That'd be wild.
I mean, what the hell is good? Given the Keaton mask here, use the save quick, get the school mask, hand that in. Oh, unfortunately, you need Sarias though before you do it.
Yeah,
So we need to pick up
we're gonna have
Sarias.
It's on the corner case of all corner cases for a bunnyhood pickup here in these settings.
We legitimately could see a blind school mask check though from What the Hells. And actually, did Yo-Yo even collect the Keaton mask when he went in, or did he just leave?
Did not. Yeah,
just play Serenade.
I think that might answer some of your question about Yo-Yo's mindset. They're not looking to play that defensive, complete sort of style. Maybe they just didn't think about it.
Hey, Diesel,
that's always on the table there. So
I'm definitely school mask should be not an always hint, and everybody should just do school mask blind. Let's get the bunnyhood back into play. Take away the school mask hint. Yeah, what the hell is you could pick up the school mask? You could do that.
Yo, what the hell is you could do that?
Nope. Okay. Both decided to play Serenade, and both are doing a form of lake. Maybe go straight to Kakiri Forest. I can't really. Are they going to go Valley? We'll have to wait and see.
I would be very surprised if either one went Valley. I guess I'd be less surprised if What the Hells went, but that's just not really how they play. So.
Oh, look, Yo-Yo probably has Dampe time here and is now heading towards playing the Nocturne song again.
Yeah, just using a little bit of time of day, going to check that hint. Pretty smart little rounding bit there.
Yeah, River was a small key, so we basically know where two of our items are in the Water Temple. One's going to be on Dark Link and one's going to be on the BK chest.
All right, the most valuable thing here would be bomb chews, I bet. Ooh, no, nothing there, just some arrows.
Not even 5 rupees because we've got a bow.
Nighttime CAC.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, what checks do we have in CAC left? We've got 10, we've got 20. We've got the grotto, the Re-Dead grotto. We've done the archery game. We've done chickens. That's basically it, isn't it? We've done all the other checks. Yeah, so it's 10, 20, or the Re-Dead grotto is the CAC path now. And so 2/3 likely that it's going to be on a school check, so you probably want to be pushing those schools as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I agree. There is an outside chance that we'll find a sometimes hint for 20 skulls, and that would negate the CAC path hint for that specific check. But I mean, it's just a sometimes hint, so you're not guaranteed to find it, and just collect your skulls.
Yeah, and the rule of OoTR is that 50 is dead, so we will never get a 20 hint. You only pick up a 20 hint when you need to pick up 50 skulls, and even then that 20 hint would be a dead hint, so... Yeah, good kind of question from Games Bonds there. There is another song in Kakariko, but because it's an always hint, that song is always hinted, so that cannot be part of the paths here.
Well, this goes to show how much I know. What the hell is going to Valley? Color me surprised.
Yeah, of the two runners to do it, I would have said What the Hells would have done it. He's very much an advocate of clearing very early on in your early game, especially a lot of the child section, because once you've done this, you don't need to worry about it. Like, What the Hells has got, they probably got a slight execution advantage against Yo-Yo, so...
Yeah, I agree. I agree with your assessment that What the Hells is the more likely to do it. Definitely. You know, whenever you are the 1 seed and you can just outmuscle a lot of races, I mean, just making more checks before the other player does is your way to victory.
Yeah, I've commentated a couple of matches of What the Hells in SGL, and just noted actually that they were a very safe runner for somebody who is one of the top seeds. They are quite a safe runner. They're not overly aggressive, so
Yeah, and that's, I mean, we talk about playing defensively, and that it really is. Whenever you've got a good defense, that is, you can make checks very quickly. If you play to your strengths, you'll win more often than not. I mean, it's like the defining trait of any randomizer, really. You recognize your strength and play to it. That is, I mean, that's how you execute really well.
yeah. So a couple of interesting things here. We've got a letter in Mido's. We've got another big chest here that's about to be opened, which is nothing. Yo-Yo also picked up the best small chest in the game, which is 20 sticks. So congratulations. And Valley was dead, and Frogs 2. The hint was Frogs 2, and it's a bow. So we don't need it. Ooh, Stingers is dead. Maybe, I think I remember, what was it? Mel and Heidi did a ranking video of what the best sometime since was. And I think that Jabu hint was voted the best sometime since in the game.
Yeah, with that, really looking for a scale here so you can go turn in that Rudos here in this child section.
Yeah, something to hack into Child River would be great. Explosives or a scale, because you could go and hand in that letter and then be pretty confident that you're doing River for a semi-decent song in reality, and picking up that minuet, because you're going to go in there potentially without a strength, and so having quick access to and from there is quite helpful. And going to ice early is just a good play. Interesting selection from Inko on the toilet. I just always think that for that one, you can deduce what it is quite often. It's good if it's like you get told it's a key straight away and you don't have strength 2, and then you can kind of continue counting keys that way. But I'm definitely a big Jabu hint boy.
Yeah, I would like to see as little of Jabu as possible in any seed. So.
General Hayes, yes, that was a little bit like New Wave Bossa Nova, actually. So.
What the hell's having to wait a little bit here for time of day?
Yeah, only a few seconds. This is Bolero here.
Okay, so now you have at least a reasonable route to forest instead of just hiking for nothing. That's market to Phantom Ganon, which, thank you. It's a hook shot there.
Well, that's actually really good information, because now we know that the second hook is hook locked. So do we need to do water? No, we don't need to do water. If we needed to do water, that could have been really big information. Oh, carry to Baronade, and we picked up the letter, so thanks, game.
All right, well, that one was far more useless.
Yeah, that one is just legit useless. Unless you're telling me the Stone of Agony is path to Baronade. I tell you what, if we find a boomerang in the Kakiri Forest Storms Grotto now, it's going to be hilarious.
Definitely.
Egg on my face. Oh, imagine boomerang on Link's cow. Imagine that being a setting here.
Whew.
There's the duplicate of that Frogs 2 hint.
Ooh, always nice to see Ferore's Wind.
Yeah, and I think it'll be interesting to see how both these runners utilize their FW. We always see that good FW usage can be the make and break of the game. Pick up the Keaton mask.
And you'll see both of our runners will be able to do night market checks here, as they were both in Kakiri Forest and Lost Woods at nighttime. So Good
Yeah,
route.
we found the hook, but we could find a strength still. We're still missing that for forest. And Bighorn's dead, so that's useless.
All right, so didn't really find too much more in this child section outside of that Rudos, which is a really big pickup. I think, you know, just thinking about your mid game progression sort of, but really gonna take advantage of the hook shot that you got in market as child. That was the big pickup there. I'm gonna head into adult here now.
This is going to be good because we've got Bolero now, so that gets us into Goron City. We've also got a bow, so that gets us into Lost Woods. That's fun.
I couldn't tell for the life of me what that.
No, you know what? I don't even try now. I don't even try looking at it because if there's something there, they'll go and get it. Currently disgusted with Yo-Yo having the bow on C down. Ugh.
Yeah, your Boomerang and Kiri Forest Storms Grotto. It's just a little bit more interesting as they pick up storms at the Bolero spot.
Yeah, that was the Kakiri sword on the volcano. So that was me saying, I'm not going to even bother looking at it. I can't be bothered. And it's like, yeah, it's actually a really important item. So,
so you can avoid. Oh no! Could that point to hover boots in CAC? No. Yes.
Yeah, it depends on the bean access, so we would have to not be able to have like all the scales and bombs would need to be therefore locked by that sword if that was the case.
Yeah, do you slow down on skulls now? This is getting interesting to me. Probably not because of the potential for it to be hovers.
Yeah, I think you still got to keep going for it. You don't know what it's going to be. It could quite easily be the first bomb bag, to be fair.
Well, we do have. We're expecting the bomb bag to be in Forest Temple.
Yeah, or something that leads to it, maybe. Yeah, maybe something like a strength that leads to it in the Forest Temple.
Yeah, strength. That would be definite path.
Really, for what the hell he's got basically no other checks that are child specific to do now. He's legitimately done the whole of child, so. We'll very, very likely see them go back to adult immediately.
Yeah, and could have turned in the skull mask. It chose not to.
Yeah, I know. If that skull mask was something big, then doing a blind skull mask could have been really good here. Also, we don't have any legitimate way into the Forest Temple yet, which is interesting.
Yeah, from a logical perspective, we don't have Sarias or Minuet. Oh, there's a big chest in Storm's Grotto.
Don't be the boomerang.
Okay.
That would have been hilarious.
I was holding my breath. I was hoping.
Yeah. And then it's the very rare opportunity that we had the ability to do Jabu item-wise, except for access into Jabu. Yo, nice setup for Yo-Yo doing ESS turns there. Doing that on emulator is difficult.
The hell's gonna grab this hint?
Ooh,
lab
the
dive.
live dive is the strength. Okay.
It's a bit of a spicy nugget there.
Yeah, that is interesting. So logically, that's gold scale locked. But of course, we can hack it with a hook, which we already have, and the iron boots. With the hook shot now, collecting skulls does become a lot easier. So we're going to see Yo-Yo hit 13 in the Forest Temple.
it is Requiem. Oh, General Hayes with the call.
Yeah, nice. What the hell? It's just reading how to get the fire arrows. Okay, bit of path forest now. So for once in our lives, we've got interesting forest temple. Let's keep an eye on it.
Everyone's gonna wake up for this forest temple. We're looking for a bomb bag or a way to it.
Yeah, what the hell is it gonna? It's got 5 schools. It's about to do CAC, so it's gonna get 10. There's a big chest here in the first check of forest.
Ooh, hammer.
Okay, I think of the items that we were expecting, maybe that wasn't it. But okay, that's kind of explosives. Yeah, who needs bombs now? Yeah, I'm not expecting that to be fire. It's probably like a bomb bag and a boulder or something like that.
Yeah. Just gonna go straight back out to Lost Woods, I would imagine. Get those explosive lock checked.
Let's keep an eye if we find a wallet as well, because with that Requiem, we would now be able to pick up choose. Fieldless Stalfos here. I just find the best way to do this is just to continue, like, see target and just thrust. Just keep going around a circle and thrust. We're going to see a jump slash stick move here from What the Hells. It's going to pause buffer this.
Oh, just missing.
Literally missed the frame. Yeah, this is a lot easier with the Kikiri sword because there's a delay in you picking up the stick out. Even though the stick's longer, there's a delay in taking the stick out compared to a jump slash with the Kikiri sword. You just whack the sword out straight away. There we go, he's got it.
Now we got it. Just one extra climb up there for that skull.
Flashbacks to Trials of the Gerudo from this time last year. Having to do that in one try. This is going to be 10. This is going to be really interesting. 1 of 3 checks left. Actually, with the hammer, Yo-Yo can do the Redead Grotto as well in CAC.
Yeah, we're going to have all of our information then about CAC.
Instead,
Alright, it's not 10. Yeah, so now What the Hell's really has exhausted all of Child.
yeah, like, come on, let's go to let's go adult. I think Dark 7778 is disgusted with me thrusting Stalfos, but it's par for the course on ZSR with me.
Just thrust and trust. That's all you gotta do.
Okay, a lot of keys here. We don't have a strength. We don't have the hover boot. So this is the final thing that we can do here. Actually, What the Hell has gone back to Lake. Picking up here. May as well just get it now, potentially. Do all these lake checks with the hook.
Yeah, I got an early hook. I mean, this goes right into What the Hell's, general strategy about playing this game. So he's not gonna leave any check left behind.
Okay, so that currently isn't logical because the Requiem was in adult SFM. So we still need a way of getting Minuet out of... Treasure Chest game is kind of dead.
Yeah, for saying that What the Hell's routing is unorthodox to you, well, you have to consider that What the Hell's plays basically in a tier that is occupied by just a couple of other runners. And what the hell basically says, hit me with your best shot, because I'm just going to check everything and hope to do it before you do. Basically challenging a runner to be faster than him.
Yeah, you could argue that. Oh wow, there's a rang.
Okay, there's a rang.
So, yeah, that's easy. Yeah, I think you could say that you want to rush the progression and the path hints potentially first, as we now find a bomb bag. So Hammer gave us the bomb bag. That's the path to King Dodongo.
There's your path. I do think that Yoyocarina here is. I mean, Yo-Yo's building a little bit of an advantage here. Get those early bombs. Or
Yeah,
bombs
Hammer,
earlier than what the hell.
bombs. Hammer was in the Forest Temple. For those coming in a little bit late. Forest was path to King Dodongo, so picking up the hammer and doing hammer checks has led to that resolution. No, DMC is not logically tunic locked.
Oh, this is a dip into Fire Temple? Oh no, just checking the wall. Okay. Okay. Oh, didn't grab the song? Am I losing my mind? Oh, we just saw Yo-Yo. Okay, that was the first time.
Yeah.
I'm out of it. I'm out of it. I'm out of it. All right, we're good. I'm back into it now.
Oh, VC eyes here for what the hell is he's lost a couple of matches through missed peaks in his past, so he's gonna want to make sure he doesn't get VC eyes today.
Is all of our skulls dead? Besides, 20 is an unknown. So potential. I guess potential for it to be strength or hovers or a slingshot. I would say. Well, now I think it has to be slingshot, right? Because that bomb lets us get by beans.
I guess we can't logically get the hammer yet, though.
Because
we don't have logical access into the Forest Temple yet.
That is a very good point.
Yeah, there's potential for full Wasteland crossing, but yeah, like Inko says, that's a lot difficult to come by at the moment. We don't have Ponas or Long and Magic and things like that.
Yeah, crossing logic.
Yeah, so we'll put a pin in that logic for now as we look at DC. This is a medallion dungeon. It's actually the Forest Medallion, so completion of this will get us another song, as Skull Mask is a huge rupee. So well done, runners, for not doing Skull Mask. Yeah, if that cack is going to be pointing towards the sword, then the bomb bag logic becomes kind of funky as well, because as soon as we get an available bomb bag, we can hand in the letter to pick up minuets. But Hammer got us the bomb bag that is path, so maybe it is just a slingshot and cack, actually. Might be right there. We find a scale first. Scale to hand in the letter to get minuet. To get the hammer to get the bomb bag.
Placing odds on it, I'd say it's most likely that it is slingshot or pointing towards our first logical sling. But there is a piece of crucial information that we're missing, so we'll just have to wait for the rest of the seed to play out.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those logical things that is... It's hard to calculate at the moment, and once you get more information on the seed, the logic kind of opens up a little bit. This is a big chest we've already seen. This is a Po bottle. So currently, Yo-Yo is the one doing the newest checks. What the hell is it just catching up on the forest path progression.
Watch him do it every time, and what the hell's my just anything that what the hell's does is poetry in motion. Seems like all the setups. Yeah.
Yeah, dude is too good. But that's what happens when you've been playing a game for 11 years, so.
Whoa, I did not. That was some snipes. I actually didn't know that you could hit it from outside the eye socket there.
Yeah, the hitbox to that is actually lower down on the eye. So if for anybody who is trying to open that with choose, you actually want to hit it like at the low part of the eye, because that's where the hitbox is. The high part of the eye doesn't get activated.
Now, some slick aim there by Yo-Yo as they're gonna head towards the King Dodongo boss fight. And yeah, like you said, picking up that forest medallion, it's another song here. Yo-Yo definitely has that virtual advantage. Oh, and a big chest here at DC. Magic. Okay, it's Ferore's usage. If you can remember, yeah, one of the hardest parts of using Ferore's Wind is not where to place it, but just remembering that you have it.
Yeah, magic and FW, and that's also, we'll put that in as another aspect of logical crossing as well to get that Zarya song. So, but yeah, now we can utilize that FW. We can see the abilities of Yo-Yo utilizing that FW.
Yeah, certainly Yo-Yo would have to find the Rang to sort of cement any sort of lead. But definitely, in terms of progression and the things that you have to do to complete the seed, Yo-Yo is a couple of steps ahead. But what the hell is always ever looming in the background, just probably chewing away time at every second. So just always lurking there, waiting to overtake the lead. And really, once you've lost the lead to what the hell's, you hardly ever get it back.
Yeah, guy rarely makes any mistakes. There was one qual though that he did quite poorly because he didn't read a hint, so he is beatable.
Oh, yeah, definitely prone. Yeah, I mean, any given rando day.
Yeah, we did see Gregory. Yeah. Being sensible, buying a shield. Doesn't want to go and potentially do Phantom Ganon without a shield. Like, shieldless Stalfos is fine. Shieldless Phantom Ganon is a bitch. So, buy the shield. We're going to see this grotto as well as Yo-Yo hands in 10.
So this will be important for our last bit of knowledge here on the path in CAC. Is it the Redead Grotto or is it 20 Skulls?
Nice damage boost from what the hell's from the Sculpture.
20 Skulls. Okay, that's good information.
Yeah, Inca, I'm with you. I think it is. It's either going to be a scale on 20 or a slingshot on 20.
Yeah, I think scale really puts this all nicely into picture. But of course, having said that, it's probably just going to be a slingshot. Roll eyes.
Hey, a really good question in chat about, does bottom of the well count as CAC? All of the dungeons count as their own separate areas. So GTG, Ice, bottom of the well, DC are their own locations, which is an important factor to consider when playing entrance randomizers and things like that. Okay, so Saria's for what the hell's. Yo-Yo is just cleaning up some of these field checks by foot now.
Yeah, it never feels great without a horse out here in field, but just really pushing for knowledge.
Yeah, this could be Yo-Yo potentially doing these kind of extraneous checks, maybe getting, I was going to say, may play Serenade here and pick up the boomerang, but this is a prelude play. Maybe going to hand in the letter here. Do a trip at river.
Picked up Furores so you can set Furores into Jabu Jabu. Could be well as well. Yep. Also.
Yo-Yo was definitely in Child Lake. Did they not do Pierre? Were they kind of pushing it to make sure they get time of day?
I think they set Pierre. I think.
Yeah, I know they were kind of pushing it for the Dampe time.
Although I can't say for certain. I did. Yeah. Okay. Chat.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that you just don't. You don't check when they do it. You just assume that they do it. Okay, now what the hell is going to pick up the bomb bag here? As Yo-Yo has decided that he's going to turn Child. Maybe might decide to push the 20 with the bottle. Could be a decision to make. And this will most likely be what the hell was heading into DC as well.
Yeah, double match.
Oh, nice. That's another bomb lock's magic as well. So within the same sphere. So neither of those are path because they don't lock each other.
And this is into the well then for Yo-Yo. Alright, we're 45 minutes in to Season 6 action here. We're in Winners Bracket Round 3. Thank you for joining us today. We've got the number 1 seed versus the number 17 seed. What the hell's happened versus Yoyocarina. We see Yo-Yo heading into bottom of the well, while What the Hell's Happened has just picked up their bomb bag from the crater and looking to head into Dodongo's cavern, most likely.
Yeah, this would be quite a good match. I don't think anybody would say this is a huge upset if Yo-Yo was going to win this, but it's going to be a nail biter, that's for sure.
Definitely always a story whenever the number 1 seed would be beaten. So a tall task for Yo-Yo, but they're definitely up for it.
Yeah, like I said, they have been on the grind. What the hell has also been on the grind, but he's been on the grind of playing a OOT ROM hack at the moment called Master of Time. So, so he's probably confused why he's not playing as Malon at the moment. He should have had a Malon skin. Bottom of the well, good call here for Yo-Yo. See if there's anything here. Quick location to do.
Here's a hint that Yo-Yo did not have, just the dupe.
Okay. Yeah, once we pick up that scale.
We're actually just shadow items away from being in go mode. Am I looking at this wrong? No, we need a strength. So we do need a strength. We know where that is.
Yeah, we understand a location for a strength. Oh, there's a slingshot. So the CAC path to slingshot is out now. I don't see how it would be slingshot locked.
We get storms from Bolero. Yeah.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bolero was child SFM.
Yeah, I think that scale makes a lot of sense on 20. And I think you push it because you know there's a strength on Lab Dive. So.
I was actually just thinking, like, if there wasn't a strength elsewhere, big chest here is another slingshot. So there we go.
2 slingshots in the well.
Yeah, good point. If there wasn't a Lab Dive strength, I guess the scale is just like really handy anyway. I guess if you had the knowledge, would you stop collecting skulls? It'd be an interesting prospect. I mean, you're so close to it anyway, you might as well go for it.
Yeah, might as well may not be good enough, though, in the race with these type of margins. So looking for some hard calls. Crawl space, please. All right.
Yeah, Basebot with a good point of having Serenade, having the scale, getting to Jabu. Yeah, nice and easy. Actually, Yo-Yo doesn't have the Rang as well, so he might decide to hand in the letter and then come back.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking with their child section here, because they have that for roars. They'd be able to set it in Jabu Jabu.
Okay, we know there's a magic deep in DC, but that's the only other thing that What the Hell is going to find in here. So still eyes on Yo-Yo, who's currently fighting Dead Hands to complete bottom of the well.
It's Dead Hand down. Nothing doing. How many skulls does What the Hells have? That's 19.
Yeah, Ises with the good counting of skulls there to highlight that we will be seeing 20 after this.
Yeah, that boomerang is now starting to weigh heavily on Yo-Yo. Hey, we're just 49 minutes in, and I'm thinking that missing the ring is being a game breaker already. I just think that What the Hells might start picking up a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, like you said, we are kind of, I mean, we're close-ish to go mode. So it could be a factor if What the Hells did decide to skip bottom of the well, because at the moment it's had a couple of slingshots, but that's it. And Yo-Yo is now out. This is probably going to be a river play now. Yeah, Boomerang's on adult fishing.
I think that strength on Lab Dive is going to help Yo-Yo, because that will pull you back out to adult lake. Well, to lake. I guess you don't have to come to Lab Dive as an adult, but I think you would wait to go as your adult since you've already cleared out Child Lake.
Yeah, especially if the access to get that turns out to be the out of logic hook iron boots combination, then that would have to be done as adult.
There's magic for What the Hells as he drops in to fight King Dodongo.
Yeah, look at these path hints, and it is a shame for Yo-Yo that the Baronade hint was wasted on the letter in Kakiri Forest.
Yeah, I'd feel fairly confident to say that Yo-Yo has a lead if that was Lake Hylia to Baronade, but
yeah,
just an advantage right now, I would say. An advantage that might be slipping as long as they do not have the boomerang. But plenty of race left to go here, as we see Yo-Yo being our first player to go into Zora's River. I'm gonna buy the bean in case we don't find any other way into the crater there. Don't pick up our hover boots. Planting the bean will allow us access to the Kakiri sword, which hides our light medallion.
And we'll be able to do every check here. We've got Song of Storms, so complete clear of the Zora's River. Yeah, I saw a message in chat a few minutes ago saying that, yeah, What the Hells can pretty much do the entirety of Child if he wanted to. Can do Child Spirit, could do Goron City.
Child Spirit would be a nice little wrinkle. Alright. We're going to see 20 skulls.
Yeah, hold on to your hats if this is the expected scale.
And you'll see why the river has become a really great play. That's Ponas on OOT. We got 3 hints here in the river, along with the checks that you can clear out.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, over the quals at the start of this knockout phase, we saw a lot more river early play, but it's actually been something that's kind of gone down recently.
Yes, I've noticed
not seen
that
it as much.
Oh,
And there's the iron boots.
That's really
so-
good for Yo-Yo, honestly.
Yeah,
that's really
that's
good.
a great find. And who would thunk it? It's a scale on 20. So our logic is scale to hand in the letter, to give in the letter, to go to ice, to pick up Minuet, to get the hammer, to get the bomb bag, to be able to get access to the Kakiri sword on the top of the arch, on the top of the volcano.
It's a time loss though here for Yo-Yo. Oh, they have Zeldas. Never mind. It's like they dropped the chicken. They've got Zeldas. We can get into the domain. No worries.
Yeah, they tried to get in through the right hand side, which is a narrower gap than compared to going through the left hand side. Yeah, and What the Hell is going to be able to clear the entirety of Jabu, like Games Bond said, so that's going to be good. But yeah, those irons just going to put Yo-Yo into... You know what? Yo-Yo actually does not have the hint.
Oh, for lab dive. Ah.
No. They use Gossip Stone Tracker, and they've not put that down as a sometimes hint. Ooh, DMC Bongo. So, I mean, that's just could be a direct hint for the bomb bag, because if the bomb bag is Path, which we know it is, then it's also required for Shadow to beat to get through the bombable wall there. So it's already resolved.
Yeah. Yeah, with magic behind all of our bombs, or with all of our magics behind bombs.
Oh yeah, that's another reason why it would be another reason why it would be Path. But absolutely right, the Kakiri sword could potentially lead to another shadow item. It actually makes sense that the hover boots are in Deku, because if that's the only way to through the bean is the only way to pick up the Kakiri sword, then
That would
maybe
make the scale path, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, convergence here and domain, but both runners are in different positions. What the hell is Gladly here doing progression, and Yo-Yo's here to handing a letter and then maybe thinking about going to ice. Of course, he's going to have the boomerang hint, isn't it? So there's actually no reason to dip into Jabba at this stage.
Irons are on the upper river freestanding spot.
Ah, yeah, there is a skull in there, and yeah, he still needs to get to 20. Yeah, so we're going to see a bit of side by side here. Then we're going to see Yo-Yo and What the Hell's both here.
But Yo-Yo's just going to say peace. Get out of here. Picking up another hint, another skull, and another check here at the fairy fountain.
Yeah, so we're currently missing Dins, we're currently missing Lights, we're currently missing Hovers. We know where the Kakiri sword is, we know where a strength is. Yo-Yo doesn't know where the Rang is, and from reading his tracker, doesn't know that there's a strength hinted in Lab Dive. I actually can't remember where that hit. Oh, no. Yeah, where was that hint? Oh, was it Hyrule Castle 1?
I think it was Hyrule Castle. Yeah, I think that.
Yeah. So Yo-Yo may get that picking up that skull.
The boomerang is in adult fishing.
Yeah, imagine if the light arrows are in light trial and we need to find both of the other strengths.
Now, let's see the song here.
This is Bolero. So probably head into ice.
Into Ice Cavern.
Picking the Kakiri sword here.
Or I guess it could just be a dip right back into Child.
Hmm?
Yep, it is. Okay, so plant a bean. Go adult, grab your sword. Go
There's
back
a big
to
chest
Child.
in Jabu.
There's the lights.
And there's a light arrow, so no light trial shenanigans then.
I was afraid that light arrows could be our nastiest piece of this seed, and not going to be today.
Yeah, we now might not have any reason to pick up any more strengths other than the one we know is there.
And we do want to wish everyone a happy 1 hour. Thank you for joining us here on Zelda Speedruns. Would like to thank our runners, What the Hell's Happened, and Yoyocarina, agreeing to this restream and for providing so much great action here in this OoTR race. My name is Hagmania, joined in the booth by Chuckles. Love working with you thus far. Love working with you thus far, Chuckles. Hope to do it again in the future. Our trackers today are K Sinja and Lazy. Thank you guys for doing all the heavy lifting behind the scenes there, along with our restreamer Baseball. And forgive me, I don't know our race monitor, but I would thank them as well.
Yeah, well, thanks for being with me, Hag. Thanks for all the fun thus far. Interesting. What the hell is ditched Ruto? which is something I have thought about before on whether it is just better to ditch Ruto and pick a backup from the main room and actually be able to roll around the corners here.
Getting swatted by a tentacle.
Yeah, Yo-Yo was in lake again, but not at the right age.
Just circling back. Baseball doing double duty, also our race monitor. So thank you again, Baseball. Okay, back into Jabu.
Yeah, next check we're going to see is Baronade. We're also not even going to pick up these schools because what the hell is already on 20. Kind of what progression does what the hells have after this? So they might head into the well next as the densest play. They might do Child Spirit, but it's not a required dungeon, so it's a bit slow and needless.
I think they're going to head out to River to grab a bean. And in so doing, find the iron boots, and that'll give them the strength, so...
Yeah, you're right. They're going to need that bean, aren't they, to get the Kakiri sword. And then you're right, that's going to get the irons, that's going to get the strength, and then that's going to be Forest Temple for what the hells. I think you're right there.
Those are the dominoes that I see laid out for what the hells, but it's up to him to decide. Yeah, and now we can see what the hells is going to be a full Jabu Jabu ahead in progression over Yo-Yo. So missing out on that boomerang is now really starting to be a potential problem here. But they are gonna be able to go up on a Deku tree's worth of progression. So if there is dens or hovers, really good for Yo-Yo, but still gonna need that boomerang.
Yeah, doing Deku is absolutely cool. Now it's progression dungeon, lots of checks. You never know, that Kakiri sword might be pointing towards hovers or dins in there. I actually think hovers is in here. I'm going to put my foot out on the line and I'm saying hovers are in here. Because of the logic to get that Kakiri sword. Big chest.
Alright, survey says. You'll have to wait a second.
Big
chest!
Big chest. Okay, big chest, big sword. And the second one. Big bag. Big sack. Sack of seeds.
Big bait.
Oh, that's the hovers and Jabu!
The hovers in Jabu's belly. Whoa. Okay. I guess that's a bet for the dense fire then.
Wow, that's huge. That is kind of significant, that is. Now the hovers aren't in the Deku tree. And that's going to be another piece of the shadow puzzle. Big chest here in Deku as well.
Just bountiful big chests here in Deku Tree. Are any of them worth it?
Yeah, good point by Arana in chat that actually not going to get potentially the... doesn't need the bean now, has the hover boots and could lead to the missing of the irons.
Oh, yeah, that's... Oh, it's Dens!
There's the other piece of the puzzle.
Wow.
Wow,
That's
are we in
no
no mode? Wow, 1 hour 6 no mode.
Okay, so if you're unfamiliar with the term, that means between both runners and the knowledge that we have with our hints and all the path information, we know what needs to be done to complete this seed now. So.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and we're going to have, even though we know exactly what's going on, both of these runners are missing pieces of the puzzle. What the hell is going to need a strength? And Yo-Yo is going to need to find that rang.
Yeah, Chuckles, they lack critical information. Yeah, so this is just going to be back to Deku Tree then.
The strength hint was Hyrule Castle 1.
Yeah, Adult Lake is the answer for both of our runners here today.
Yeah, and currently Yo-Yo doesn't know that the strength is there. Like, he can do that check. He has the tools to be able to do it out of logic. There are 2 other strengths in the seed, so what else might backwalk into another strength?
Yeah, actually, this is pretty interesting because it gives potential to... Oh, well, they're just going to be able to clear out Shadow after Deku.
Yeah, because they're going to have Din's Fire, aren't they?
Yeah, I think What the Hell's is going to skip the well.
Yeah, there's no reason to do the well at the moment. You're going to do Deku, it's a progression dungeon. You're going to pick up the Dins, and then you're going to go into Shadow and do another progression dungeon. And I don't know, if I was a runner and I was thinking I was doing this, and I would be pretty confident that I would pick up a strength out of these 2 dungeons.
Well, Chuckles, you are a runner.
If
Just
I
not in
was
this race.
just not in this tournament anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, spiking a strength here is a big deal. That's a big game for either of the runners.
So, if we were to look forward, the winner of this race, whoever it may be, is going to move into winners bracket 4 and play Gavaroni. So that would be a huge match. And then, of course, the loser from this would go down to the losers bracket.
Yo-Yo picking up the hint.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so that's big for Yo-Yo.
The strength hint?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Unfortunately, no, because adult fishing is all right. So yeah, this is putting Yo-Yo on the path to their strength and potentially their rang as well if they follow up Lab Dive with adult fishing.
Yeah, if they've got the hint now, there's nothing stopping them from picking up that strength to do a progression dungeon. And then at the same time, surely you clear up the rest of Lake and you pick up the boomerang as well. Just to finish up on what I was saying about the losers bracket, we actually don't know who the opponent will be for the loser of this race yet. There's a bit of a backlog in the loser bracket.
As one does. Always just more games down there, so.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much in the losers bracket, you have to do 2 races for every one that the winners bracket has to do. Okay, here's the Deku tree. This is going to be Din's.
Yeah, this is going to be... So Din's Fire will give access here to Shadow. I saw the gold of those seeds, and I thought it could have been another strength.
Yeah, I was just kind of working out in my head if the logic kind of works out with that hovers being in Jabu, and it does, because you would need the scale to get into Jabu. So, yeah, that's everything checks out. Yeah, this is going to be potentially the confirmation for Yo-Yo on what is on 20.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's a good solid check for Yo-Yo. Just confirm all your path knowledge. Yeah, and from their perspective, I guess it could be hovers, I guess.
Yeah, you're doing chickens as well. This, so they don't know that this could be the path.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
And this is going to be the Din's Fire for what the hell has happened. Yeah, the seed is pretty jetty, isn't it?
And looking at a quick finish time here.
As long as they both get the relevant items that they need.
Of course, that is always a caveat. It's the number 1 and number 17 seed, though. I'm expecting them to find it pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
It's the little things I question, like why wouldn't you ask? Why wouldn't you check 20 skulls first, so you didn't have to do chickens? But I guess your routing of chickens is, if you're gonna do them both anyway, then anyway. I was just wondering why you wouldn't go into the skull house first.
Yeah, I think he still needs another skull.
Ah, okay, that would do it. That would do it.
Maybe he needs 5 if he's picking up this one, because he's got 15 on his tracker. Yeah, 19. Oh, he already did some of these schools in Nightcack.
Yes.
That would be why.
Hi Goma, bye Goma. So that is the 4th medallion in what the hell's pocket?
Yeah,
just
very nice.
3 for Yo-Yo. Yeah, fair to say that Yo-Yo is now a full dungeon behind what the hells. Just Jabu Jabu though, so not the end of the world, but it is now giving a time advantage to what the hells, and that's dangerous for any race.
Yeah, here comes the adult play from Yo-Yo. So let's hope that there's going to be a serenade being played straight after. What the hell is probably heading towards Shadow, yeah.
What the hell isn't go mode because they need strength, and they don't have a scale or the iron boots to get that off a lab dive. Now, there definitely could just be a strength in Shadow Temple.
Imagine it's the scale that's in Shadow Temple.
Well, that would, yeah.
That would be juicy. Because currently that strength isn't actually logical without the second scale. So if there isn't a scale about, then potentially it's more likely that another scale is just dotted in an earlier sphere. Yeah, and how the strength logic will work here is depending on how many keys are strength locked, will depend how deep it's logically strength locked. So if there's only one key strength locked, then it's actually only Bongo that's out of logic. No, is that right? Or is it the whole of the back? I can't remember. I'm
just gonna smile and nod chuckles. I I call the action. You analyzed it.
I can't remember where keys are. I can't remember what locks are in this dungeon now. Let's just pretend that I'm correct and everybody nod along.
Yes, Chuckles is correct. All must repeat.
So here's the boomerang for Yo-Yo. Once he picks up this lunker.
Yeah, this will. What the Hells does have a time cushion here of about a length of a Jabu, which is pretty long. But now Yo-Yo is going to get all their items needed, and they'll pick up the lights. Where would they pick up the lights? Lights are in. Are they also in Jabu?
Yes.
Yeah. So lights and hovers along the way.
Yeah. So he's gonna put himself into go mode. Yeah, he doesn't know it yet, but he is in go mode. As long as he doesn't, for some reason, skip the light arrows and Jabu. Which I think is actually impossible because you need to kill the tentacle in that room.
Yeah. Yeah, Yo-Yo does not know where hovers are, but it's just behind a medallion. It's behind, killing Baronade, so they will find it.
More
gold baiting me. Maybe what?
Yeah, that was another strength. Wow, yeah, that would have been crazy. Yeah, the strength is just here. This is hinted. Yeah, Yo-Yo got the hint a little bit late.
But is the first to act upon it because they have the iron boots from River.
Yeah, what the hell needs either a scale or a strength in the Shadow Temple. Otherwise, it's on a search for... I was about to be shocked at that strength then. But no, that's the one we know. Yeah, the irons are in River. They're in Zora's River. That Yo-Yo... Actually, what the hell was getting the scale? That harmed him a little bit because... Yo-Yo had to go at River and therefore got the iron boots, whereas What the Hell has just played Serenade and used the scale to get into Jabu and therefore skip River. And unless What the Hell decides to go to Ice first to this, which... You're not going to have opponents, so you're not going to want to go to GTG. Bottom of the well is a choice. That we know is dead.
Yeah, I think if anything, the most confunding part of all this was that hover boots on Baronade for What the Hells. That's what prevented them from going back out River after they completed Jabu Jabu.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's actually been a couple of different unfortunate things then that have stopped. Like, What the Hells could have had two options to go into River, and actually just picking up items where they did has just stopped them taking that route.
How dare a runner pick up items they need?
I know. Imagine when picking up the items actually hurts you.
OoTR 6 can be a cruel mistress at times. Or Season 6 can be a cruel mistress at times. And OoTR in general.
Oh, absolutely. Strength is going to also negate Spirit as a play. So actually, there's a lot of areas that you wouldn't go to because they're either inaccessible or just out of logic.
Oh, Yo-Yo will definitely go complete Jabu after Forest.
Yeah, the only thing that they might lose a bit of time on is if they decide to, because they don't know where the hovers are at the moment, so they may do some extraneous checks on the way to their progression dungeon. But other than that, I can see Yo-Yo beelining it to Jabu next. And with the FW planted, he just needs to play Nocturne and go into the well and use FW there. Yo, there's no keys here, so this is not strength locked.
Oh, if there's another strength in shadow, I think it's a high likelihood of a sub 2.
I think the painful thing is the walking to the forest temple again.
Definitely. I'm pretty excited. This is a potential another really close finish here. It really just depends on this strength location. If there is another one on the way here for what the hells or that scale.
Yeah, I always find it funny then when we have seeds that you only finish with 1 strength, or even the rare seed that you finish with 0 strengths. I don't think I've ever had that happen.
Those ice arrows will help you on bongo.
yeah, imagine. Here we are, running out of checks in shadow. I don't know. I'm actually, if there isn't a scale or strength here, I would feel really hard done by doing Deku, doing Jabu, doing Deku and doing Shadow, and not finding a scale or a strength. I'd be hurt.
Alright, Yo-Yo setting up a recoil. And easily done. Very nice.
I actually don't know if you have the big Goron sword, does it give you greater leeway doing that trick? I don't know. This Floor Master can be a bit of a dick. It stays green if it doesn't hit a wall or your shield or you, so if it just stops on its own regard, it stays green. You know when you live your life and you realize that you know way too much about enemy mechanics in video games that you should do something else.
Play to your strengths, Chuckles. It's a boat ride for what the hells.
Yokai Pete, strength 1 is hinted in Lab Dive. What the hells? It doesn't have the iron boots that's in the top of river. So Yo-Yo got that illogically.
Yeah, and Yo-Yo picking up that hint, very importantly, also finding the boomerang at adult fishing, which what the hells has had for quite a while now.
Yeah. Yeah, picking that was really, really big. And that was the second copy, wasn't it, as well?
Yes,
Because it was in a grotto somewhere.
It was a Lost Woods grotto.
Yeah, so fortunate that wasn't in Back of Lake, or it wasn't somewhere
Hyrule
dodgy
2.
like. Yeah, Hyrule 2, or heaven forbid, Hyrule 3. I don't think I've ever picked up the Hyrule Castle 3 hint in Standard.
Ooh, let's put a seeded hint there on for every race. give you a juicy option to go find some information at Hyrule 3.
I think I know some people have been playing around with a couple of settings and disabling some of the hint stones and putting the 30, 40, and 50 hints on the Sculpture House dudes. So instead of finding hint stones for 30, 40, and 50, you just go into the house, the dudes tell you what's on there. And we've been disabling. I think they've been disabling Lake, Hyrule Castle 2, and the Hyrule Field Hammer stone.
Yeah, It's part of what makes this racing scene so great. It's continual dev work and continual support and just great innovations still coming out of the OoTR generators. So big shout outs to our devs and all the support work behind the scenes.
So from here on in, Yo-Yo is just going to be doing progression towards the end of the game. They don't know it, but they're in go mode. And what the hell has not found a strength here yet?
What the hell has a couple... I would say the timer is good for about a couple of minutes for what the hell is before they start really getting into dangerous territory of missing out on that strength. Because they are a Jabu Jabu ahead.
Yeah, I think in terms of Ises asking what the hell is going to do, I think Shadow. No, he's in Shadow. I think the well, the sister dungeon to this part of the game. I think he's going to the well. As I said, no strength locked keys in this dungeon, so this could be strength 1.
Yeah.
But I tell you what pushes you towards doing ice though is Minuet. Because you know you're picking up a decent song there that's going to help some of your time of... I know you've got Bolero, which is fine, but like it does almost feel like semi-progression doing ice. Oh, look at this boomer here doing the spin strats.
Lovely. Just aces.
Coincidentally, Yo-Yo has not found any items in Forest that could be helpful to What the Hell's yet. So yeah, if Yo-Yo found a strength in here, oh wow, it actually gets the backflip on there. That is so good.
Class act there from Yo-Yo. Oh, what swag.
Yeah, it's actually it's more difficult to do. There's titties there. It's difficult to do as well because you if you stand in, is it too close to the chest, then you target the sculpture as well, and you do some wonky backflipping. So it's really difficult. Shadow would actually be hinted Baron this seed. Imagine.
That's not often that happens.
Yeah, this is why we don't have foolishness anymore. Strength is on the lab dive check in Lake Hylia. What the hell is missing? The iron boots go and get that. The iron boots are in the top of the river.
Yep, looking like bottom of the well to me, Chuckles. Good call.
Yeah, I think... I know it's easy for me to say this because I know, but I think the Minuet would make me do River Ice. Because also... I know you've got Prelude, but age changing is slow as well. It's so difficult. I think it really is a flip between the two decisions. We'll have to ask what the hell's later, but we know this is nothing, and this is legit just going to maybe put both of these even. Actually, Yo-Yo's done a lot of other child stuff as well, like Child Goron City.
Mm-hmm.
This might be ball in Yo-Yo's court now.
Definitely, yeah. They had that early advantage, and we thought the ring was going to cost them. But finding that that second hint for the strength upgrade on Lab Dive has really propelled them back to the front of this race, I think.
Good cool segue. Well, to Zora's River. I would think that you would only do it as adult on the way to ice, but doing it as child, you get the storms check as well. So. What the hell does know about it so far? Yeah, he was the one that found the hint first. So he knows that he's looking for a strength scale or the iron boots. to win the seed.
Yeah, the only thing of interest in Well are 2 slingshots.
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly fast to clear out the well, with the peeking, especially.
How long does Jabu take to do? Jabu takes 8 minutes to do.
Yeah, my guess was 7 to 8 minutes, yeah.
So, and then how long does Shadow take to do? He won't need to do... Oh, no, he will need to do back of it. There's a key there. So we'll call that 15 minutes. So 23 minutes doing that. And then what the hell's is going to need to do... He's going to do all of this at least, but he needs to do the back end of Forest. That probably takes you 6-ish minutes. So what the hell's probably has a bit more time than I would have thought.
Yeah, I do still think it's about 4 or 5 minutes that What the Hell's has, but I mean, it's on the margins.
I think it might be a little bit more.
A little bit more than that, yeah.
Yeah, not a ton more, but maybe a little bit more. Yeah, that is the other thing. Dean Bean kind of says in chat that I can't see what other checks he's going to do for Yo-Yo. But he could do some side checks on the way. Yeah, the lights and hovers are just chilling in Jabu too.
I guess you could go clear out the first couple of checks in Child Spirit, and then Furor's win from there.
The problem is, it's just that's a good call actually, and use the Furor's win. That's interesting. I think the only thing is that it's just not. I think if you would do stuff that's on the way, but just wouldn't go to a completely different area. But you're right, maybe Child Spirit. Oh yeah, Yo-Yo's just going to do the first 2 here, so that's fine.
There's a play I saw made in a race I was calming the other day by Rafa, I think, and I was really impressed by the routing there. You had Furor set up in Jabu and go clear out a couple of checks in Spirit and just use your Furors from there.
Yeah, that's actually there. It's a good play. Rafa being a good friend of mine, I'm not going to praise him on this restring.
Welcome Raiders, ZSR 3, party of 27. We are 1 hour and 35 minutes into Season 6 action here, Winners Bracket Round 3. We've got the number 1 seed, What the Hell's Happened, versus the number 17 seed, Yoyocarina. Bit of a race recap for you here. We're taking off on a jet, we think. Yoyocarina doesn't know it, but they are most likely in go mode, so long as they don't muck about looking for their hover boots. Those are in Jabu Jabu's belly. Now, What the Hells, they are in search of a strength upgrade, and they know where it is based upon a hint. It's in the lab dive. However, they have not found the iron boots that Yo-Yo has from the river, and we don't know where a golden scale might be at this moment in time. So What the Hells, with a medallion advantage over Yo-Yo, has a bit of a buffer time here before they start losing out from missing that strength. But Yo-Yo is on the path to finishing this game first, so long as What the Hells is strengthless.
Yep, and we all know what John Denver sang about in 1966. He's talked about leaving on a jet seed. They were the actual lyrics that he used in that song. And that's what it looks like today. Okay, this is interesting. So What the Hell has played Serenade out of the well, going towards Zora's Domain, done Domain and Jabu already. So this could potentially be peeking a nose into Zora's River. And the first check on this side is going to be the Iron Boots.
Never to be doubted. Man, how do you beat this man? How do you beat What the Hells?
I mean, I guess the choices are limited, aren't they? I think the only other reasonable choice is going to Ice now. And he might have thought about doing... Well, he's going to need to go and... Oh, he's got the boomerang! He doesn't even need go and get the chicken. Amazing. So that is pretty much go mode. When they pick up the strength, they know where the strength is. It's hinted in lab dive. They can get this illogically now with the iron boots and the hook shot. And he is in go, go, go. Yeah, I'm pretty... Tobias, he's actually done the first part of Forest as well, so I think it's even... It's only going to be about... He's got to walk there, actually, which is, like we said before, is the worst thing.
Yeah, story of this race, I would just say the story of this race is that there wasn't anything too crazy, and what the hell's typical gameplay is just, you know, being conservative, playing on the defensive, and playing towards their strengths. And Yo-Yo, I mean, to Yo-Yo's credit, which, I mean, it's not a done race, but we do imagine that What the Hells will be the winner here. To Yo-Yo's credit, they did the right things, just slightly slower.
Yeah, if you actually had this as like a 100-person qualifier, I think actually both of these runners would be near the top of the leaderboard. It's just unfortunate that both of the runners have caught the jet. And you're right, they've actually both done pretty much identical stuff. Yo-Yo's done a few more things, such as Child Goron City, but in the end, it's just been the overall routing and the just small kind of seconds here and there that's been saved by the routing decisions and when the order they picked up the items were.
Yeah, item sequencing playing a big part once again.
Yeah, big chest here. They're going to be delighted to find the light arrows.
Delighted indeed.
Woof. Imagine doing puns. Oxy Panda, no, we haven't seen G2G. G2G is not in logic yet. We can't logically get there.
Our jet flew over all of these other regions of the game.
Absolutely.
It flew over the Fire Temple, the Water Temple, GTG, and the Spirit Temple. Don't have to touch them at all.
Yeah, didn't see... What the Hells did Valley, but other than that, we've seen none of the desert. We had a little peek of the desert to peek up Saria's song, and then also when Yo-Yo went into the Spirit Temple to use FW. But that's all we've seen of that.
Yeah, no clue where our logical go mode is, because Gold Scale is just... It's lost to the annals of time. Oh, and even yet, our logical strength could be who knows where. I'm just waving my hands in the air as I explain.
Yeah, what's everyone going to do with the rest of their days now? Like, might play the NA weekly.
Aha! I am gonna... I might sit on the couch with my pup and watch the NA weekly.
Ah.
Yeah, Purple Bomber, this was my thought process exactly. You play so well on Yo-Yo's side, and I mean, you find the items in a jet, and they're just kind of like all along your way. You pick up a really fortunate hint, and you're still gonna lose by 6 or 7 minutes. I mean, What can you do?
Yeah. Yeah, and just shows that, you know, if we're assuming that Yo-Yo is going to be put into the losers bracket here, then, you know, I'm going to feel confident in the races that they play in the future. Like I said before, the losers bracket still needs a bit of catching up to do. So we don't really have a clue on the opponent for that. And then the winner of this is going to play Gavaroni. Yeah, and believe it or not, that winners bracket round 4 is the winner bracket quarter final. Can you believe how deep we're going in this tournament already? And it's only February.
Hats off to our tourney organizers and the runners for getting everything scheduled nice and neat here. Let's focus on some execution here as we're going through Jabu and Forest. Yo-Yo not opting to do the box skip, lowering the bridge and taking the box here.
Yeah, always pick up the box, never do the skip. Save 0 time. It's hard to do. That's my opinion on that. Which everybody, of course, wanted to know. Yo, imagine open forest for season 7. Like, I don't think open forest, but the Jabu shortcut, I could get on board with the Jabu shortcut.
Open forest. I mean, that just turns it into what? The fire temple? Like.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Need to find the boss key and then. If anybody doesn't know what to do with their evenings, then you could go ahead and listen to the newest episode of the Gossip Stone podcast with me and Emo Soda on there to listen to an update of season 6 thus far.
I'll definitely be downloading that. Press.
I don't know, is there a command for it? Yo, there we go. There is a command.
There it is. There's the hovers for Yo-Yo. That is go, 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 yo, yo, yo.
Go, go, yo, yo. Very nice. Unfortunately, Yo-Yo is going to have to go mode Shadow. As what the hell? It just finishes off the back end of this. And then we'll be seeing Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, it's going to be about 10 minutes.
Yeah, imagine if we could clip through the gate in the Shadow Temple and just like skip the whole of it.
Was watching some of the OOT Master Series, watching some clipping through Shadow Temple there, and Task 3. It's a really cool community project there by the one and only Danny B.
Yeah, I've not really been keeping an eye on it. So, do we know who won the first and second rounds thus far?
I do actually. It was Count LG. And I know I'm not sure that I have either. Honestly, I'm embarrassed. And my apologies out there to the Count. But some new strats developed already. I think ZFG discovered an entirely new trick for skipping Lullaby in the back of Shadow. So.
Oh wow, yeah. Because
add that to your awkward. No logic randomizer cap. Your tool belt there.
Yeah, definitely. Tobias is right. 2 dungeons that require a bit of execution and skill to kind of skip a couple of seconds here and there, but the vast majority of it is kind of do puzzles, progress.
DB, I don't want to clutter up our race chat with that. I would just recommend you go hunting out the OMS site. You can find videos of all the runs submitted there.
Could be quite fun moving forward. Looking at the schedule is that What the Hell wins this match as we expect and then beats Gavaroni, and then Broat wins his match versus either Khajiit or Kidams. It could be What the Hell Broat in the next round, and they're good friends with each other, so that would be fun. That'd be a fun match to watch.
Gavaroni is I mean, obviously, when you're this far into it, no one is an easy out. But I mean, Gavaroni in particular, always impresses me with their decision making and execution.
Yeah, I think in the SGL Online, I think Gav did pretty well in that qualification season and did pretty well in that SGL Online. But then maybe wasn't as high as people predicted in the actual qualifiers, being the 40th seed this time round. So, but you're right, they're definitely showing themselves by beating some great opponents leading up to the next round. Yeah, I was just going to use Yoshi Kion's new spreadsheet to see kind of the record between these two. Oh yeah, that was apparently the last time that What the Hell and Gav faced in a major tournament was SGL Online 2021 in the final. Was it the final? I don't think it was the final, actually. I might have lied about that.
Nonetheless, it is a rematch, so exciting.
Maybe it was the semi-final.
Does What the Hell's go for Zero Cycle on Phantom Ganon?
No, he won't know how to do that.
that old boomer, he doesn't know those strats.
He don't know how to do that. He barely knows how to do Zora Domain quickly, let alone doing this quickly.
Look at this guy. He still pulls the statues in Spirit Temple. But do you have to if you're What the Hells? I mean, you're still, gosh, you're still...
Yeah, how can you be so good and also do things so slowly?
I think the answer to that is consistency. I mean, What the Hells can probably just plot out. I mean, when you can do tricks, when you're like Marco or Sponge or What the Hells, just the tippy top tier and your execution is always just so consistent. You can really route out a pretty reliable timing, and decide, one path versus the other. Just another tool in the arsenal.
And I actually think What the Hell's tried to go for it there, so there you go. Okay, so if we want this to be sub 2, he needs to do tower in the next 8.5 minutes.
Cutscene, please. All right. That's all 6 medallions for What the Hells. The Rainbow Bridge will be open, and we'll ascend the tower to the Ganondorf and Ganon fight. What the Hells and Yo-Yo showing, both showing a key usage of Furor's Wind here in Shadow Temple. Not having to clear out that room at the Shadow Pot. Just check the pot and Furor's Wind back out.
Yeah, and for their skills, they also saw the ice arrows and decided that they weren't going to pick them up. So yeah, Scorchler wasn't playing ball there and just slightly missed this cycle in the wind tunnel. It's fine. Yo-Yo's got iron boots. Imagine side hopping with the iron boots being really quick. Yeah, for those who have come in a little bit later, this is just being wrapped up now. What the hell is in Go? He's in Ganon's. He's going to be fighting his own kin in these Lizalfos before beating up Ganon.
We can respond to Ganon that yes, indeed, we did find the light arrows in Jabu Jabu's belly.
Yo-Yo getting stunned by that Gibdo there, and if the other Gibdo was alive, then he would actually kill both Gibdos at the same time, because this game is very, very well coded, and when you get frozen mid jump slash, your jump slash goes infinitely forwards and backwards, and so you will kill both of them.
I think this is under 10 minutes difference.
Well,
It's
yeah. He's going to get this key. Won't need to do the manager because the key's in the wooden block, the wooden fence room. So yeah, I think in and around that region, which kind of shows how much time What the Hells did actually have. I did say he probably had a bit longer time than a few minutes trying to find those iron boots.
Yep.
So probably had a few more areas.
So we'll have to equip our most dangerous item against Ganondorf here, that being the bottle. Oh no! I guess What the Hells won't use it.
Oh,
Of course, spin strats. Yeah.
Also got the reflection with the spin strats as well. Must be nice. Yeah, the scene was actually quite straightforward. I think the only thing that was the potential, missing item was that boomerang. But when you get the hint that the lab dive has the strength, you're just going there anyway. And like we said before, just a lot of the seed is actually closed off. I mean, we could have gone to fire, but there was no need to. And we could have gone to water, but there was no need to. Still can't get to GTG.
Mm-hmm. It's time. It's time. It's Ganon time. It's the Ganon fight for What the Hell's Happened. Looking to cap off a dominant performance here. I mean, no slight to Yo-Yo. Just What the Hell's just in peak form. Not to be denied here today. Gonna move on, as we mentioned, to that matchup against Gavaroni in Winners Bracket Round 4. While Yo-Yo, their tournament is not done. This is double elimination. They will drop down to the lower bracket, and we'll have to wait for their opponent. All right, we are in the Ganon fight, Phase 1.
Yeah, and What the Hell is showing that practicing OoTR is clearly not the way to practice. In the quals, he was playing mixed pools, and now he's playing the ROM hack Master of Time. So, yeah, you don't need to practice S6 to be good at S6. You just need to play as Malon.
When you've played as much as these guys, just playing anything and staying sharp is enough.
Yeah, and overall, like, I have really been impressed with Yo-Yo and seeing him play and the execution that he's played, and I'm really not concerned about him in his next upcoming matches in the losers bracket. We may see quite a nice run from Yo-Yo in that.
All right, get your GGs in the chat. Here comes the final blow for what the hell's happened. I'm going to be taking this race and moving on in the winner's bracket.
Yeah, GG's. We thought we might get Yo-Yo in the tower, but just finishing off Shadow, just picking up the 6th medallion. And what the hell is going to finish sub 2? CSR bot says time of 1:57.51.
That's a good game. What the hell is taking the victory here? Number 1 seed moving on in our winner's bracket. And I do believe we are going to be joined here by What the Hell has happened here shortly in a post-race interview, as we're going to watch Yo-Yo finish up their portion of the race on stream. And here we are, joined in here. Good game, well played, sir.
Yo, Pog. Hello.
Lizzie, let's go. How you feeling, dude?
Oh, my heart's beating so fast. But even after 20 minutes, but yeah.
Yeah, it was a close one, man.
Haven't had a jet in a while. So the items just kept coming, and my beginning was so like safe, really focused on that CAC to Goma. I was like, oh boy, this could be rough. But yeah.
Did you think that it was going to be the scale on 20? Did you kind of deduce that at that point, or were you just kind of wait and see what you were going to pluck out?
After I got the bomb bag, I guess. Like once I got the bomb bag in DMC, after the hammer in forest, I was like, yeah, okay, we don't have forest access. But I mean, I guess there was a chance it could have been like a long shot and then scale in GTG.
That's true. Yeah, it could have been another item that led towards something else in there. So yeah, that's the good point.
Yeah, there wasn't that much left, really. Like, it probably wasn't going to be a strength. And so, yeah, I was just thinking, yeah, okay, I got to get it. Plus, scale could be pretty good. Like, it sucked to need to do a couple detours for those last few skulls, but I was already pretty committed. I thought, yeah, okay. Plus, I mean, there was the strength in lab. So I thought, yeah, if it is a scale, it could be pretty good.
We actually... Oh, God.
Oh, yes. Talk about Serenade after well. I mean, in picking up the boots on in River there, was that just you cleaning up Child, or what was the thought process there? Oh, Yo-Yo taking a death in the tower.
The thing is, I had so much left behind after Deku because I was rushing Shadow. I was like, there's definitely going to be a strength, Iron Boots, or Gold Scale in Shadow. Like, come on. Like, I really thought we were done. But the thing is I left so much stuff in Lost Woods. I hadn't done the Grottos, I hadn't done Target, Skull Kid, Chalgaron City. And since after Jabu I was rushing, I didn't do River either. Because of the scale that made me go straight to Jabu from Serenade. I was just going to combine everything. I think it was like 16 checks. And it was that, or go to Ice. Or, I mean, I don't know what was on Birdie Cac. I never got the hint. I guess it could have been Epona's. But because there was like, it's OOT? Okay.
Yeah.
But because there was like no logic left, I just needed a strength, scale, or iron boots. It didn't matter. It's like, yeah, 16 checks, that's probably the best right now.
Yeah, I was saying before that when you had Deku and Shadow to find a strength, like if I was run, I'd be like, surely the seed gives me a scale or a strength here. Like, surely.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way.
Nope. Yeah, we don't know, because that strength, of course, is out of logic without the gold scale, which we've not found, and you both got the same strength, so we don't know where the logical strength is. So we have no clue.
Yeah, it's funny because I was almost going to Ice after I guess Shadow, but then I really thought, yeah, because there could be 5 different items, I'm just gonna keep it simple and go for well and child stuff. Like, there's way more density there. But it is funny that if I went to Ice, I would have just picked up those iron boots right there.
Yeah, we did have a bit of a think that like I was saying that the two choices were well and ice, and I didn't know whether Minuet being an ice might have swayed the decision to go in there, because otherwise you're going to have to walk to forest.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking a bit about that. Like at the end of Shadow, when I was realizing, yeah, I guess Shadow is not my friend today. But yeah, I just thought, yeah, let's keep it simple. Ice, there's not with everything that can be. Like I'll just go Child and do like there's so many checks with Child.
Yeah, and it was kind of interesting because you picked up that boomerang doing the adult late quite early, and also Yo-Yo didn't have the Hyrule Castle 1 hint of the strength being on Lab Dive, so we really thought that maybe Yo-Yo's going to miss out on that strength and then potentially miss out on that rang as well, but we found the second hint in the Lost Woods Grotto.
Okay.
And so even what the potential casino might have been was negated by the strength hint and Lab Dive. And so Yo-Yo picked up those two, did Jabu, which had the lights and the hovers, and so he was in we knew he was in go mode before you were in go mode. But you were able to pick up those iron boots, go into River and clean the rest up.
Did he do Child Garden City?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, maybe there was a strength chilling there or something. I mean, probably ice, right? At this point.
Yeah, it could be in water as well. Like it could be in fire.
True. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it could be in quite a lot of places. But yeah, we didn't go fire today. We didn't go water today. We didn't go GTG today. We didn't do any of Fortress or Wasteland. Yo-Yo dipped into the Spirit Temple to use FW, and that was it. So we've missed a lot of the seed today.
Yeah, jets are scary. Like I feel like there used to be a time like every seed was a jet, but for some reason myself I haven't played many jets lately. So it's been a while since I've had that heart pumping and just hoping any check. Please just give me a strength, just anything, just.
Because that is an awful feeling, especially if you're playing in a big qual and you're like, oh, there's so many options for me to do, and like anybody could just choose a different option and win. But I guess it's a little bit different in a 1v1 where both you two are probably making the same decisions.
So I'm curious, and this is not a question. It's a question I've been meaning to ask our runners, and I've not yet. So I'll ask you, what the hell's, if you'll indulge me, what's the process after any tourney race? Do you go back and watch, or how do you evaluate your play? Do you just flush it out of your mind? What's that process like immediately after a race and preparing for the next one?
Okay. Well, first after the race, I take a deep breath. I'm gonna have a drink, and then. I usually watch the VOD, if it's not right after, the next few days or something. Like I do, and I watch the French one too. And I just find it interesting to hear sometimes like what people would have done, or I mean also to see what the opponent did. But like when you hear the commentators sometimes be like, oh yeah, maybe I would have done something like that, and so it is interesting to hear sometimes. But no, usually I watch it. If I lose and I'm salty, I don't. But
fair,
I'll
totally
admit
fair.
I thought the answer was going to be celebratory poutine.
Haha.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. Maybe
With some radishes on it. You know.
Okay, maybe not. Well,
Wait, hold on. What? I've missed something. I do like a radish, but I'm not sure about poutine. That's a good game to Yo-Yo. Finishing up on our restream there.
GG's.
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, commentating in this race, that if you both were just in like a big qual, I think minus kind of Yo-Yo's issues in tower, you would have been kind of quite a lot of the early finishers, and it was just a shame that you picked up on the jet at the same time that Yo-Yo did, and I think it's just an unfortunate time for Yo-Yo today.
Yeah, I guess the god route is ignore skulls and rush ice after progression, basically. So you pick up those iron boots and you're done. Although no, because on your way to Jabu, you would pick up the iron boots. So the only
Yeah, that's
weird
what we
thing
saw
is the
Yo-Yo
Adam
do.
Wig. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was kind of annoying for you in a way, was that you got the scale, which Yo-Yo didn't have at the time, so he went up river. And then you picked up the hover boots, which stops you from needing to pick up the bean in river as well. So you just kept on picking up items that stopped you going river earlier.
Yeah, those hover boots were so weird because it was when I was in the fountain in Zora's fountain. Like, wait a minute, I was gonna go down the river. That was my whole plan. And then wait a minute, I
Yes.
don't need to do this anymore. Okay, bye.
Yeah, we laid that out as like, oh no, he's gonna miss the irons. Yep.
Yo, so you play Gav next. Thoughts?
Let's go. Boomer matchup. I'm down.
Absolutely.
So we were talking before our last few matches, thinking like, okay, there is a path that we could meet in quarterfinals. So I'm hyped we can actually do it. Like, we've been racing against each other since SGL 2019, so it's cool that we get to play. I think it's the first time we play in ZSR tournament. So
Yeah, I saw that you played in an SGL match a few years ago. SGL Online.
yeah, and it was a jet. It was super tight.
Nice. So yeah, we'll see you in that. And Gav's in chat as well. So
Gauntlet thrown down by Gavaroni. I love it. The SmackDown. We're gonna need to cut some promos on each other here before this matchup.
Let's go. Let's both rush river.
A gentleman's agreement.
Yeah.
All right, nice one. Thank you, What the Hells, for allowing us to restream you and watch this match. It's been absolutely fantastic as always to have you on, and good luck in the next match.
Thanks for commentating. As I said, I'm gonna watch. It should be fun. So thanks for everything, everyone, and I'll see you guys later.
See you in a bit. Thank you, Hag, for commentating with me today. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Was a pleasure indeed. Would do it again in a drop of a hat. I'd
Absolutely.
also like to thank our trackers, K-Sinja and Lazy. Thank you guys, pushing the buttons. And baseball is about to get the shepherd's crook out for us and yank us out of the way, tell us to shut up, and send us on our merry way here for the rest of the day. The NA Weekly coming up, I know. Lots of ZSR action up. Baseball will tell us all about it. Any final thoughts, Chuckles, before we hand it over to her?
My final thought is that you should all enjoy your day.
Amen. All right.
Know
Well,
the wisdom.
baseball.
Go watch the podcast. Go listen to the podcast.
That's it. Yeah, go check out the podcast. I'm gonna do that today for sure. All right, baseball, take us away.
All right. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much to our volunteers today for making this happen. Special shout outs to K-Sinja for being my emotional support throughout the restream today. So yeah, if you'd like to volunteer for us, it's a lot of fun. Go ahead and follow that link that Hagmania just put in chat. We're always looking for volunteers, and it is a great time. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching today. Coming up on ZSR today, the NA Weekly is either just started or is just about to start. So we're gonna head on over there after this. But tomorrow we have the EU Weekly Ocarina of Time race that will be at 9 a.m. Eastern, and we'll also have Soli versus Marco lower bracket round 2 that will be at 3 p.m. Eastern. So lots of OoTR to come during the week this week, so stay tuned, check out the schedule. And yeah, we're going to be heading over to ZeldaSpeedRuns 4. Let me just type that in. Because they are putting on the NA Weekly over there. So yeah, I did not actually put in the command. Wow, good job. I have to type it out again. Doing amazing. There we go. Okay. Yes, thank you everyone for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time. Bye.